And today, I'm going to prove it to you by taking one of my least favorite cuts, the chicken drumstick, and turn it into a meal that I will be dreaming about for months to come.
Take 3. You having fun, Jay?
I'm always having fun. Okay, we ready?
Ready.
So the main difference between a chicken drumstick and a chicken breast, beyond the bone running through the middle of this one, is that the chicken drumstick did a lot of work when the chicken was alive. Chickens run everywhere. They don't really fly anywhere, which means that this drumstick is full of connective tissue, and that is fatty and full of collagen. In an effort to make the drumstick taste good, we have to render out the excess fat, and we need to break down the collagen so that the meat is tender and succulent. And the first step is to get some flavor onto them. Oh, and one side note, save one drumstick, you'll see why. I'm kind of ashamed to admit this, but for the first 10 years that I was cooking, I never cooked a drumstick. And the reason being was that growing up, whenever I had eaten them, they had always been gross. They were greasy, they were rubbery, they were tough, and the reason was that we had been using the wrong technique to cook them. Sorry, Dad. Anyway, today I'm going to show you the proper technique to turn this from a ball of grossness into one of the most flavorful cuts of chicken that you will ever have. Let's cook. All right, let's get some seasoning on these drumsticks. Drizzle them with a little vegetable oil, then hit them with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and some dried herbs. But now, we're just going to mix it up. Make sure every drumstick is well coated. You want everything glistening and seasoned all over. Once they're nicely coated, lay them out over a wire rack set over a sheet tray. This allows the fat to drip away as they cook, which improves both the flavor and the texture. Just spread them out evenly across the tray. Once everything's arranged, go ahead and place the whole tray into a cold oven. And yes, you did hear me correct. We are starting the chicken drumsticks in a cold oven. And the reason being is that by starting them in a cold oven, we'll be able to render out more of the fat, which will give us a better flavor and texture. So we're going to go ahead and stick the drumsticks into the cold oven, turn the temperature to 325, and roast them until they are 185 degrees internal. And that is where the magic will truly happen. Chicken is coming along beautifully, which means it's time that we start to prep the pan sauce. And to start with, we need an onion. Where is... Oh! Found it! Okay, now after getting nearly knocked out by the onion, I'm going to go ahead and give it a rough slice. After all, we are going to be straining the sauce, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Then I'll be smashing some garlic, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh well. Once the veg is prepped, take the sacrificial drumstick and cut the meat off. Don't worry, this does not need to be perfect or pretty. So now we're going to go ahead, get our pan over medium-high heat, get some vegetable oil in. Then add it to a pan over medium-high heat and start searing it off. The reason why we're doing this is because we started to roast the drumsticks without searing them. That means we weren't able to develop any flavor inside the pan for the sauce. So by taking this one sacrificial drumstick and searing off the meat, we're going to be able to develop some fond, which is going to help add to the depth of flavor to the sauce. Trust me, it's going to make a big difference. So we got some color inside the pan, so we're just going to go ahead, take out the bone and the little chunks of meat. After the chicken has gotten some nice color, go ahead and toss in the onions. Give them a little pinch of salt, and then go ahead and show off and give a little toss. Cook down the onions a little bit, get them a little translucent, pick up a little bit of color. And this is just going to help to build up more flavor inside the sauce. Now, once the onions have gotten some nice color, go ahead and toss in the garlic and the herbs. Ooh, that's what I forgot. The lemon peel. Go ahead and peel in the zest of the lemon. Found it. Why am I peeling it like that? Weird. Anyway, go ahead and toss all this around and yes, hit it with some more salt. Once the aroma is wafting through the kitchen, go ahead and toss in some lemon juice. Ooh, look at that steam. And the chicken stock. Now you're going to definitely want to be scraping up all the bits from the bottom of the pan, because that is where all the flavor is. Now just need to bring it up to a boil, and reduce it to a simmer, and let it simmer for about 20 minutes to really infuse all that flavor. Oh, and I almost forgot. Take a brand new thing of Dijon mustard that you thought you opened the other day, but apparently not. And give it a little squirt, like a teaspoon or so. And this will just help to add a little bit more flavor into the sauce. It's not going to taste like mustard, but when you go and eat it, you're just going to go, ooh, it's a little something extra. What is it? And you'll know because you're the one making the sauce. But your guests and your family members will go, wow, this is really good.
Rolling.
Okay, so the chicken has been in the oven for about an hour and 15-ish minutes. To be honest, I kind of forgot to check what time I put the chicken in the oven. Regardless, it is looking beautiful. So, as you can see the chicken, it's not super dark yet. That's a-okay, we're gonna crisp it up in a few minutes. But you can see that the skin has shrunk down, and that's because a lot of the fat's rendered out. You can also see in the bottom of the tray that there's a whole nice layer of chicken fat or schmaltz, and that's exactly what we want to see. All of this excess fat that would have made the drumstick super greasy and gross has rendered out. The collagen's broken down into gelatin, and the meat is beginning to fall away from the bone. It is going to be so tender when we bite into it. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Now that our sauce has been simmering on the stove for about 20 minutes, let's go ahead and give it a little taste. Oh wow, that's delicious. Next, we're going to strain the sauce. Set a fine mesh strainer over a bowl and pour the sauce through, making sure to get all the bits out of the pan. Once the pan is drained, add a couple tablespoons of butter to the skillet and let it melt down. Then, sprinkle in an equal amount of all-purpose flour. Give that a good stir. What we're actually doing is we're kind of making a version of a velouté sauce, which is a French mother sauce. It's similar to a bechamel of you start with butter and then flour and then milk, except here, instead of milk, we're using chicken stock, which we infused with all the extra flavor. This is going to thicken our sauce and give it that rich, velvety texture that clings beautifully to the drumsticks. Once the flour is mixed in, start adding your chicken stock slowly, stirring constantly. We're going to start to thicken up. You just want to go in, a little bit at a time, and this will help get rid of any lumps. A whisk really comes in handy here. Helps smooth out any lumps and brings everything together. So here we go, it's getting nice and thick, which is exactly what we want. You're gonna be able to dip the chicken drumstick into the sauce, and it's gonna give you a beautiful glossy finish on the outside. It's gonna be nice and rich. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna give this one last little taste for seasoning. That is perfect, that is so good. Now, we need to get the drumsticks crispy, and then we'll be ready to plate up and have dinner. As you can see, the chicken is looking beautiful, but the skin isn't really all that crispy. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick it under the broiler just to give it one last little blast of heat and crisp up the skin. However, chicken fat has a very low smoke point, which is why we roasted it low and slow as well. So if we were to put this whole tray back into the broiler, we would hotbox the entire house. So what we're going to do is just going to lift up the wire tray. And carefully place it onto a new sheet tray. This way all the chicken fat can stay there, and this tray can now go under the broiler, and we're going to toast each side for about a minute or two, and we're going to rotate them 2 to 3 times so they get a nice level of crispiness on the outside. Yeah. This is also a moment where you don't really want to go away. Stay close to the oven and keep an eye on the chicken drumsticks.
Gee, I wonder why.
Trust me. So here we are. You can see where some of the hot spots are from the broiler. But the skin's starting to get nice and crispy, so we're just going to go give them a little flippy flip. And here are the chicken drumsticks. They smell so good. The skin got nice and crispy under the broiler. We got a couple little dark spots, just more flavor. And I am so excited to plate these up and to start eating them. So, let's get the process started. Say like we're rolling.
Rolling.
Oh.
You didn't have to throw it away.
See where it landed?
No. Try doing that again, James. I don't think you can.
Aw.
See, told ya.
So here we have it, our drumstick fully cooked now. Let's give it a try. Look at how the sauce just like perfectly coats it. I'm so hot, but I'm so excited. But this is so good. The meat is so tender, it is still super juicy. It's falling apart, you can just see inside. There's no sign of any residual greasiness or like that like pink rubbery meat you sometimes get from drumsticks. It's perfectly cooked. This is what cooking great food is all about. We took some simple, inexpensive ingredients, combined them with the right techniques, and made an incredible meal. So if you are looking for more meals like this, definitely make sure that you like this video, subscribe, and I cannot wait to see you again in the future. Now, I'm gonna go finish these and enjoy the rest of my day. See y'all later.